Alright, I am now ready to watch episode 3 of Dead Boy Detectives. Yeah, I'm excited. Want to learn more about their backstories, world building, what's going on, unraveling things. I do in fact know the actor for Monty as a person, not the Crow, R.I.P. Crow, but because he's a musical theater kid, and I'm a musical theater kid. So that's how I recognized him. Okay. We go. I love how Nico's helping them out now. That's so wonderful. These ghosts have a lot of issues.
Like, but don't get too close, or the evil seagull.
Oh, wait.
The evil seagull.
An evil seagull.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm cursed to haunt this painting.
Oh no.
It keeps getting younger. While I waste
Portrait of
away.
Dorian Gray, who?
Magic is often used to imbue iconography.
Your case is still our favorite.
Oh my god. The eye roll from Edwin. Charles is trying to flirt so hard.
My sister's husband, Snap, killed his family, then himself.
Monstrous monster does that to his own family.
But there is no inherent supernatural mystery to the murder.
Oi. Bedside manner.
We are detectives who solve supernatural mysteries. It must right a supernatural wrong.
Evil seagull severed foot. Yeah, maybe we should take it.
So Nico. I want to
Some
discover.
of us have weekly rent due, literally tomorrow.
What about Susan and her murdered family? I mean, she's devastated.
That's the injustice we fight, isn't it? Crystal can get her rent money, and clearing up a 30-year-old town mystery is a feather in our cap.
Well, reasons, Charles. Agreed.
He's like, fine. I'll agree with you. Okay, now I'm gonna eat some chocolate. Cause I have chocolate.
Wait, wasn't Jenny born here? Like she knows something about the family.
That's thrills. I'll come with.
Of course you'll go with her. Always running off together.
Oi, none of that, thanks.
Was actually, alive. And sure, he would make a fun addition to my body count.
Body count? She's saying we get it on. Jack, smash.
He doesn't know what body
I
count
agree,
means.
by the way. Nothing but it is doable. But Crystal's obviously going through a lot of stuff, and I'm a professional, so yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Fine. I will be going to the library to conduct actual research. Come on, Nico. We have work to do.
Me? I'm going. Yes.
Bestie squad! I want them to be best friends.
The town library is my 4th favorite public building to visit.
4th favorite public building? I love her so much.
You know, you can think things without saying them. Edwin's obviously jealous.
He doesn't look upset that Edwin's jealous.
You seem rather tense. I get it. It's because of Charles and Crystal. I get that.
I have no idea what you mean.
Okay, so the Devlins lived in that old two-story in Haywood back in the 1990s when people could afford homes.
Yeah.
They were the model family.
So, why did the dad just snap?
I heard the wife had an affair, or the new Radio Shack in town was taking business from his electronic shop. Doesn't really matter.
Kids these days, such hostility to go with those sweet young faces. Here, where's the uptight one?
Where's the
Oh, I'd love
uptight
to
one?
catch up.
Oh, you want to catch up by the gigantic bloody woman who lives in the ocean inside your head?
Sometimes you make a deal with a primordial goddess named Lilith for immortality, and
Lilith is a solid goddess name.
there's bound to be some blood. Just a little advice: this town doesn't actually make for good neighbors.
Gosh, my ghost skin.
Right, so we've gathered, it seems that the house has been vacant since the time of the... Oh, I'm so sorry. What kind of idiot balls going up the stairs? I should have seen you. Hi,
Monty.
cute friend, little bow tie.
Monty.
By the way. It's quite the...
1, 2.
Is that? Counting cats.
Counting cats.
Astrology. So cool.
I do not believe that human interactions are dictated by stars.
Okay,
That's judgmental. But also
Oh, I love him.
charmingly stubborn. I could give you guys a reading sometime if you want.
Yes, we live right above the tongue-and-tail butcher shop.
Alright, I suppose. You must.
If you
Probably
must.
get, huh? I respect it.
He's flirting hardcore. This is so funny. Everyone wants Edwin. All the guys want Edwin, and it's so
my
funny.
God, he is so into you.
He's a boy and I'm a boy. If anything, he just enjoys ghosts.
You do know two boys can like each other, right? I kind of almost died last week, so do you mind if I don't?
Do not tell anyone, as I have a strict reputation to uphold, but I completely understand.
They're friends! They're good friends! As they should be. Don't mess with the notary. Okay, cool.
Your failure to provide the correct information is somehow my fault for being too detail-oriented. That's rich.
Denied. Yeah, let's go. Specificity. Make her job harder.
Perhaps my superior should hear about this.
House on Haywood Drive. Storms. I wonder if there's any, like, story, not application, but, like, connection to the storm happening this night and what they're doing. Like, is something dramatic gonna happen because of the storm? More cats.
Get comfy. Cat King said to keep an eye on the Arborwood.
At least we don't have to go inside. This house is fucked up.
The Cat King told us to watch over Edwin. That's so sweet, actually.
I remember this. I had the cassette. Old man got sick of hearing it and smashed it with a hammer.
Oh, that's...
Sorry, your dad smashed your tape with a hammer?
I mean, yeah, but not a big deal.
It does beg the question, who's
Not a
playing
big
in this
deal.
abandoned house?
Crazy dad. Bloke's a ghost. Why can't he see us?
And why did he use the door?
Interesting. Are we going to... Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
hey, I'm Crystal. We're friends of your sister, Susan.
It's just replaying again and again.
Guys, he's got the axe. What are you doing?
I found the letter. You think you can leave me for Hudson? None of you can leave me.
Death. Screaming. Oh! I was gonna ask if it was gonna bring up things for Charles, because, you know, clearly bad father kind of a thing.
Hey, Richard, that...
Right. We can't just let him get away with
Guys, let's go now. Let's...
Wait.
Did they move on?
You would know if death came.
But yeah, I was gonna ask because they showed that shot of. I was gonna repeat, but they showed that shot of the father like walking through the hall, and his hand was really, really close to Edwin's hand. Sorry, to not Edwin's, sorry, to Charles' hand. So it made me be like, oh, is there going to be like a thing? Because he mentioned in the first episode that his dad was not dad of the year. And Charles is very...
You know how he is when he gets stressed. Just leave him be.
How he is when he gets stressed. Charles is having a time.
How do we stop this? We can't just sit here and watch this happen.
What do you know about something called
The stone tape theory.
the stone tape theory? Token object reading? Psychometry? Nothing?
I know
It's not-
psychometry.
It's not just for display.
Less scolding, more reminding me.
Charles
What
is
the fuck is it?
upset.
Right. On rare occasions, if the emotional trauma of death is visceral enough, it can leave a psychic imprint on the physical space, in the very walls around you. This locks those spirits into a kind of loop, unable to change anything, often unaware they're even dead.
Ghosts in a trap.
It's getting late. Without a space to contain the loop, these ghosts will be destroyed with the house.
But they're already dead. What do you mean destroyed?
Erased. No afterlife, no closure, just darkness forever. It's the worst thing that can happen to a ghost. So time's not on our side. Tick-tock.
You think the girl and the dark-haired one are gonna hook up?
Seriously, okay? Also, yeah. Go ahead.
The cats gossiping. They're so adorable. I love the kitty cats. Oh my gosh. Nissan Deme brand of ramen. I love that brand of ramen. I don't usually eat the ones in the bowl. I usually have the tonkatsu ones that are in the package, but
Dinner alone on a Friday night?
I love her. I love Miko so much.
The others.
Oh God, your hair is sad.
Start crying.
I asked to stay back, and Edwin was completely understanding.
I'm sobbing. Must be nice to have understanding friends.
It is. I don't have many friends.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, obviously. Now you're gonna have even less because they're gonna die in there.
They're all gonna fucking die.
Girl, you're fine. You'll have no friends, but you're fine. Hey, we don't need a sweater. No.
We don't need the sweater. Can you take a joke? I wonder how much ghosts, what they move around and stuff, how much it affects how living people would see it. But I guess, actually no, we have that answer last episode because Nico was like, why is there a floating child? So they can move things and stuff. So honestly, it would be kind of easy for them to prove that like ghosts are real or whatnot. Ish. If they really wanted to. Crocodile. Alligator.
Hey,
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Always next door by the vent.
I found her diary. Hope's diary.
Charles.
It's
Stop.
like Dad's always watching me.
Stop relating to them.
Can't get away with anything, and I'm on eggshells trying not to break one of his crazy rules. But they keep getting stricter. I do check in on my parents because I miss them. But I'm also making sure that my dad isn't hurting my mum like he hurt me. And I could never make him happy. No matter how nice I was or how good at sports I was or whatever. This girl, she knew what that's like. Now she's stuck.
Charles, I'm so sorry. Charles, have you been crying?
Nah, mate. It's the dust in this place or whatever. What did you find?
It is an acceptance letter to a university somewhere called Milwaukee. Hope was leaving. The school is called Hudson University.
You think you can leave me for Hudson?
That's why didn't it work? How do we break this bloody loop?
I'm pausing. Yay! We didn't go into depth about Charles's relationship with his dad in the first episode. It was just very much like that he was rough kind of thing, but you can kind of like infer. So there's a part of me that's like, I'm glad that they're just like flat out like being straightforward about it, of like he had an abusive dad and not just skirting around and saying like he was rough. So I'm glad that they were direct about it at some point during the series. Yeah. Abuse sucks. Don't do it. Yup. I have like personal feelings and stuff that, you know. I think the reason that Charles is so kind of protective of Edwin and like, you know, like willing to like the idea of like being willing to fight and protect and making sure that everyone else is okay is very much an idea that kind of, it can be like a common result of like an abusive childhood. I don't know, it kind of feels like if you think about Percy Jackson and his like extreme loyalty to his friends and the idea that like he would do anything to protect and save and care for the people that he cares about, because he grew up in a really awful environment that they don't go super in depth into in the first book, but it's like you read through it and there are some lines where you're like, it's there. So it's in a fictional setting, it's kind of like that. IRL, don't be a bad person, please. Sidebar, I love our cast of characters so much, so much. I love Edwin, I love Charles, I love Crystal, I love Nico. They're really great and fun and wonderful with all their ups and downs. Now we hopefully bring the mood up with Nico.
I was confused when you let your friends who saved you go to that scary house alone, but now I see you're just a little bitch.
They're being so mean to her.
Ow! Look, maybe they can all die and you'll just live with the guilt forever.
Yeah.
You're saying I should go.
Honestly, do whatever you want. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean?
You're right. I should be helping.
I'm so hungry.
Who's gonna let us out of this jar?
I feel like I'm doing all of this by myself.
I hate you!
I love the dandelion sprites, they're so fun. And not just because I recognize one of the actors.
Removing the trigger should have worked. Unless wasn't the trigger. Edwin, don't slag her off just because it turns out you are the all-knowing expert on everything.
Oh,
yeah?
he's angry.
What exactly is your malady today, Charles? You're not yourself at all.
Just sick of watching this arsehole kill his family a million times for no fucking reason.
How much do they know about each other's pasts, actually?
Nothing.
I found the set.
Let's try mine. Charles, what are you doing?
If you think you're big and tough with that axe, huh? Big guy killing a bunch of women. Try this then.
Come on, Charles, let's get you up off the floor.
Okay, Charles, you have to get up now.
Edwin, what is going on?
Charles, move! Still try and move! Try harder!
Where the hell did he go?
Is he part of the loop now?
You need a mirror for spatial dislocation so it's not...
Oh, Edwin's so worried now. They're both so worried, but he's like worried in a way that he doesn't usually portray. But he's like, his hands were shaking. Oh my gosh.
He's here.
Thank God, there he is.
Mate, don't slag her off just because it turns out you are the all-knowing expert on all things, yeah? Oh no.
Big guy killing a bunch of women. Try this then.
He's stuck in the loop too. This does not make sense. To get imprinted into the loop would take such a strong emotional response to the trauma.
Is it obvious? Charles dealt with some serious abuse. He looks at Mr. Devlin and sees his own dad.
His father was not a nice man.
Okay, that's very British of you. His dad was bad.
That's very British of
Really
you.
fucked up bad. Okay, he hit Charles and his mom. Why do you think he puts on such a happy face all the time?
This is just Charles.
No, no one is that happy all the time.
I have known him for decades. I'm a detective. I would know if something was amiss.
Oh,
Edwin,
Edwin.
you just said it would take an incredibly strong emotion to get someone new stuck in a loop. He's been hiding it from you. He's probably been hiding it from himself.
He wouldn't hide things from me.
Are you insane? Everyone keeps secrets. So, like, you're totally honest about everything in your life? If I have to hear that goddamn song one more time, I am gonna lose my shit.
Maybe it's the music that's the trigger.
The music, oh Crystal, that's brilliant. A phonograph, a stereo.
A Victrola, a phonograph, a stereo.
Somewhere in this house is a room we haven't found yet.
Oh shit, yes.
I'm like, I know that like Charles is gonna be fine, but I'm also like concerned. But I also hope Crystal and Edwin are gonna be closer after this, hopefully. Because I want them to be good friends.
Son of a bitch owned an electronics store. See, I wasn't just paranoid. She said in her diary he always knew what she was doing because he was watching.
That's his
This
control.
explains how he knew exactly what...
I am impressed with how many times they've like done this, like had so many different camera angles for the exact same thing, and it looks like pretty consistent throughout, which is really nice. So do they have to destroy like the
loop is imprinted into
computers?
the walls of the house else, like
Yeah, because it was all recording it.
Like the VHS tape.
The what?
The what?
If you are correct and this thing is holding the loop, then destroying it would be the same as knocking the house down. I could lose... We could lose Charles.
I could lose Charles. We could lose Charles. Yes.
What if we remove its images?
Explain more.
It's like you said with that ugly guy's cursed painting of the turpentine. Erase the image.
And the curse.
I love having subtle, preset solutions.
It's a risk, but they actually work. I don't know how any of this works.
Oh.
Luckily, I watched a lot of 80s movies.
That is lucky. Because I would definitely not know what to do here.
You don't hear that?
Little monster in the background. I love how he's hiding behind her. Oh, that's a thing.
It's a misery race. I'd often see them skulking about hell.
Okay.
Negative emotions.
Okay.
The pain in the lip must have drawn it like a moth to a flame. Just think happy thoughts as you quickly and quietly finish.
Think happy thoughts.
Crystal, what's happening?
Can't you just mess around with my head some other time, David?
Crystal, if you can hear me, try to stay positive. You'll just have to try and stop this loop yourself.
You will have to try and stop this loop yourself.
So bored of hanging around the abandoned roller skating rink in town, terrorizing teenagers.
I am thinking happy thoughts.
They did a pretty good job on having the thing be like, you know, contortion-y-ish, but also like texture-wise very gross.
I gotta say, these new friends of yours, they make you so boring. It used to be such a good time. If you ever want to know for sure what's real and what's not, I'll need to get back in there.
Record. It's working.
Go to hell.
You have to love me. You don't even have to like.
He's saving her. Like, obviously he would, but he's like, he's worried about her. And I'm glad, because I want them to be good friends.
Fuckboy bullshit.
Yeah! I love how the fingers retract so they can close it.
Crystal, we did it.
Holy shit. We actually did.
We are free. Devlin come.
Let's go. It's really beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the next one won't be so pretty.
Oh, Charles is walking away so sad now. Also, please find Nico.
Getting away from me. You really had my back.
And I must admit that you did some very good detective work.
Oh, he's smiling. That's
Didn't
on
she,
him.
Charles? Charles.
Absolutely. Saved my neck, didn't you? Totally aces.
I heard what you said to him about saving Charles. It's not what you did. It's what you do that matters. So, Charles, you sure you're all right?
What, after being stuck in that loop? I told you, I'm aces.
You, if you ever need to talk about it.
That was the case.
Oh!
I'm great.
Oh!
I'm coming!
Oh, she's so sweet. I love her.
I came to help. The internet said that banging pots and pans scares away the evil things.
I love her so much.
Nico, is that crowbar?
See? That right there. That's what I'm talking about.
A handsome crow and a sting duck. We get Monty stuff.
There's Monty, our new friend.
Hey, wow. Quite the crew you got here.
So he's alive and he can see the boys? Oh, he can definitely see Edwin.
Can definitely see Edwin.
I'm Charles. Nice to meet you, mate. Any pal of Edwin's is aces in my book.
Yeah. So, hands are full.
That was polite, wasn't it?
Oh,
I am.
oh Oh, now Charles is gonna get jealous.
I think your number. That Venus is passing into my 5th house today, so I thought it'd be a perfect morning to give you that reading I promised.
Oh, I know he's probably doing all sorts of.
Really did not, but I did.
He's so adorable. I know he's probably like doing this to like trip up people's and, you know, to under orders from Esther and stuff. But also, and I kind of love this.
Okay, let me explain. Okay, so this means you're very.
And now Charles is getting jealous. And the cats are gonna get jealous too.
You tell him. I'm not telling him.
Oh. I know that he's probably doing the stuff. I'm like almost fully doing everything under orders of Esther, but there's a part of me that wants him to be at least somewhat genuine because that's so adorable. Oh no.
It was amazing Ghost Boys freed us. Oh, and the living friend. She helped out too. I saved her.
Oh, they really think they're doing good by telling this woman.
I dare say they did.
Okay. Episode 3 has been watched. I'm glad we're diving slowly at a time. I'm glad we're diving more into like each character and like emotional things and like history of them and blah 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 and stuff. I'm glad. I'm like they're fleshing out their characters like gradually but like very nicely, which is wonderful. I want Edwin to be happy. I want Charles to be happy. I want Crystal to be happy. I want Nico to be. I want them all to be happy. I want Monty to be happy. It's one of those shows where the cast of characters, like the actors and the characters, are just really enjoyable to watch, and like you can tell that they have like fun making them, and you can tell that like they care about their characters, and you can tell that they care about the story, and it's just really really nice to watch. I still want to know what's up with the butcher woman. I also want to know, I keep forgetting to look it up. I'll look it up right now. How old? I'm seeing that they're supposed to be around 16 in the show, but in the comics they were like 12. But honestly, who knows? I'll just go with 16-ish, and if anyone corrects me, then I will know then. But I'm gonna go with 16-ish for now, for like the main core 4 plus Monty. Even though I know Monty's a crow who was turned into a human, so he's not actually, like, as a person he gives 16-ish for the show, but then as a bird, he's a bird. He's a crow. Yeah. But honestly, that experience of him becoming a person, of him being like torn up as a crow, so I love birds, and I love birds being okay and not hurt, and I would assume he would also like not being hurt, so I'm kind of curious how he feels with the whole being hurt by Esther. I also want to get back into more stuff that's going on with the Cat King. I do think it's really funny that the Cat King was like, let me send some little cats to follow you on your merry way to make sure you're okay. That's really funny to me. Yeah. I'm possibly going to watch episode 4 also today. We shall see. Farewell.